So welcome to our Fitbit full body pump.
Pump it.
It is a two workout, 2 sets of weight workout. So make sure you've got a slightly heavier set, slightly lighter set. We're going to be doing 5 exercises. We're going to repeat them 2 times. Let us get warmed up.
Let's do it. Let
us come down to the mat. We're going to start cat-cowing, so hands underneath your shoulders. You want to make that all-fours position, knees slightly spread so they're not too close together, and then start to move your spine from flexion to extension. So yeah, two sets of weights. If you're a beginner, you're just going to go for a slightly lighter kind of set. So what have you got, Victoria?
I've got 3s and 5s.
5s and 3s. I've got 7s and 4s. So the way that you make it a little bit harder if you're not a beginner is just up your sets of weights. We're going to go into thoracic twist, so right hand on the side of your head, opening up the chest, moving that top spine by lifting the elbow up, and then just letting the elbow come all the way down and tap onto your forearm. So yeah, we're just mobilizing some of those typically stiffer areas before we get going with some of these exercises. Let's do one more on this side. Are you stiff in your back?
I'm very stiff. I'm fully erect this morning.
Switch.
I need loosening up.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, she switched.
It's very important that we get our warm-up in. God, I sound like such a geek. It's very important that you get your warm-up in, but actually, I just did a post on this morning about our need for a little bit more kind of R&R, rest and recovery, and that goes for warm-ups as well. So just take the knees back. So as we get a little bit older, we do need to take care that we warm up the body properly, rather than like when you were 20 and you just be like,
go and smash out a load of like goblet squats or whatever.
Exactly. Or like run out the door without warming up.
Yeah.
Do you remember those? We
Always used to go for a run.
My warm up would be
a packet of hula hoops was for me. Yeah. That was my warm up.
Or like strong coffee. Let's switch that over to the other side. So take a step just to the outside of your hand, wiggle your back knee back just so you get that bit of a stretch through your sort of inner thighs and hips. God, mine is stiff this morning. And then pop your forearm down. So just this nice swinging, opening of your chest and shoulders, moving that T-spine. Let's do 2 more. And then we're going to take it into a down dog. So bring everything back in onto the mat, hands under shoulders. So curl your toes under, lift the knees and push backwards. And then what we want to do here, push through those fingers, make sure your body's pushed back enough, then walk out your heels one at a time, pressing the heel down, letting the other knee bend, and just feeling that stretch through that sort of ankles, calves, back of the knees. Let's do a few more.
Walking the dog. That's what they call it, isn't it?
Walking out your dog.
Walking out your dog.
And then from here, we're going to go straight back towards our toes with the hands. If you can just walk your hands back to toes, roll up through the spine, and pop your hands behind the head. We're just going to do some big circles. Use a wall if you cannot balance, and just make them like slightly more dynamic, a bit faster, out then in. And we're going to do one more on this side. Switch it. And nice big circles. Really try and lift your knees up as well to encourage those hips to loosen off, fully mobilize. And then let's do one more on this side. And we're going to go into some squats next. So just body weight squats. Set the feet shoulder width apart. I'm always going to show you a little side angle so you know what my butt's doing, which is just sitting back. So make sure those heels don't come off the floor. Work on a depth that you feel sort of comfortable getting into. You don't have to go super low. And we will do a few more of these. And also just make sure those knees don't cave in like so. So we want to keep the knees tracking over your toes, big toe and second toe. Let's do a couple more. And then we're going to come to the top of the mat. And we're going to alternate a reverse lunge or a reverse step back. It doesn't matter which one. So if you feel more comfortable with a slight knee bend like this, then go for that one. If you're okay to do a full lunge, it's not too tricky for a warm-up, then let's go for that.
I'm going to do the slightly easier version so you can follow me. If you've got creaky knees this morning, like I have.
Do they hurt?
They just feel a bit decrepit, do you know what I mean?
We have been smashing out these workouts.
That's it.
So
they need a little holiday.
Yeah, after this workout today, We're taking some time out,
We're
aren't
going to
we?
take some time out, yeah.
We're going to Marbella.
I wish.
I wish
oh
we
my
were.
God, could you imagine?
All right,
with no
one more.
kids.
Oh, I know,
Yes,
right.
please.
Last warm-up exercise, just a bit of sideways lunging. So come down to one end of your mat, turn your body to the side, take a nice big step out. And as you step out, just let your butt go backwards, bend the knees, come back in. And we're going to do 3 more on this side. 2. Last one. Beautiful. And then let's just to even that out by doing exactly the same on the other side. So nice big step. Keep that heel on the floor of that stepping leg. Let the butt go behind you. So you just got a bit of stretch now for those inner thighs. Still warming up the legs. 2 more. Last one. Warm up complete. Quick drink. Come back to us. Welcome back. We're going to grab our heavy weights first of all to go into exercise number 1. So just take a quick look while I demo. It is a deadlift to squat. I want you to stand with your feet kind of shoulder width apart, not too close together. We're going to go like this. We're going to go hip hinge. So push the hips back. As we come up, we're going to take the weights onto the shoulders and go into a squat. So bringing the weights back down to hips. So 1 deadlift. Keep that back nice and flat. Don't round. Pull it up. Pull the weights up at the same time. Go into your squat. So
very good.
shall we get into it?
I like that.
Exercise number 1. All the other exercises I am going to go through in our rest period, which is always 20 seconds. 30 seconds of work. So have
Let's
your
go.
weight slightly kind of front of the thighs. Push the hips back, bend the knees slightly, come up, bring the weights up, drop into a squat. Bring it back down, roll the weights down the thighs as you hinge at the hips. So imagine you're trying to push your butt back like there's a wall behind you, so the bum's trying to hit the wall, pull up, weights on shoulders, drop into a squat. A few more seconds left to get, I reckon, 1 more rep out of this one. Hip hinge, pull it up, squat down. Beautiful.
Nice.
Drop 1 weight down, keep your heavier weights. This is what's called a dead stop row, so I want you to go into a bit of a lunge. Rest your forearm here. I'm going to demo 1. Pull your shoulder back. So from the floor, we pull. We let the weight go all the way down to the floor. We let it just rest for 1 second, and then we pull. So it's called a dead stop row. So from here, put it up to hip, release it slowly, let it rest on the floor, pull. So we've got a little bit more force when we stop that weight fully on the floor. Force from our arms, so we'd have to use a bit more of a pull. It just makes it a smidge harder. Keep the shoulder back and down and keep it away from your ears, so we're not doing this. Kind of getting all crunched up at the top. Oh,
God, that went quick.
Okay.
Other side?
Yeah, other side. So yeah, a couple of things with that one. Just make sure your shoulders stay down, back and down when we row, so we're not kind of rowing up here, getting all close up to the ears.
Oh my God, I went a little too wide there.
Splits.
I feel like my arm is like really far away from the floor. Have I got like really weird short arms or something?
Yeah, I think so. I wasn't going to say anything. When I first met you though, I did used to call you
short arm barrier.
Short arm Vix. Have you seen Vix's arms? They're so fucking short.
It's because my legs are so long, I think. It's like they are 90% of my body, aren't they?
All the way down, just rest on the floor. Pull.
A centimetre worth of torso and then tiny arms. It's great, let's celebrate our differences.
All right, next exercise, we're going to grab those lighter dumbbells because we're going to go into smaller muscle groups. We're going to go into a shoulder press. So I want you to start with the weights just on top of your shoulders or slightly off. Actually, we'll just do a straight press. Bring those weights slightly closer together at the top and always control on the way down. So when we're standing as well, just have a look at your knees. Make sure that they are not locked out. So we want to keep them soft, slightly bent, straight up, arms fully straight, slow on the way down. Just before you get to the shoulders, press up again, slow on the way down. Just before you get to those shoulders, we press straight back up. And we obviously are working our shoulders.
That's the one.
All right, keep hold of your lighter weights. And then we're going to go straight into another arm exercise. So we've worked shoulders and triceps with that one. So we're going to work the other side of the arms, the GUNS.
What's it called? Is it called a bicep? A bicep?
It's called a guns.
Bicep.
It's actually called guns.
Is it?
Your guns?
Oh, right, yeah, sure, okay.
Sorry.
I was like, that's not the technical term though, is it?
No, technical term is a bicep
gun.
curl. Gun curl. It is a bicep curl. So this is a straightforward bicep curl. A couple of things I tend to see, so make sure you're not doing this, is one, bringing the elbows up as well. So imagine the elbows are glued to the side, and two, not letting the arms go fully straight here. So make sure you open them out fully so you get full range movement for your guns. And the last one is for those abs. So come down to the floor. We're going to sit fairly upright, hold your weight, this is the lighter weight, and then we're just going to go back ever so slightly so we feel those abs slightly engaged, and we're going to do what's called a Russian twist. So we're going to take the weight from side to side like we're trying to put it into our back pocket. If you had a pair of jeans on, kind of go all the way round. If you feel this in the back, you can use no weight at all, so you can just take the hands and go side to side. If you want to make it harder, we just go back a little bit more.
I like these.
You can really feel these. This
Yeah.
is a good one for those obliques. So these are the muscles at the sides of your abs. And then we go back to the beginning for set 2. So come back up, and it is a deadlift to squat movement. So grab your heavier weights, set your feet sort of roughly shoulder width apart, so not too close together because we're going to add in that squat. And then we start with a hip hinge. So imagine kind of rolling them down on the thighs, sticking your butt back. As you come up, pull the weights to shoulders, drop down into a squat. On the thighs, push back, feel your hamstrings stretch a little bit. Up. Lovely. So we've got about 10 more seconds. We've gone quiet because we're both working super hard.
When we're not talking, we're concentrating on what we're doing.
I'm actually like
Or
feeling that in
thinking,
my
oh my
thighs.
God, when will it end?
Okay, so it's dead stop row. Come into this position, so a bit of a lunge. Forearm rested down. Now, if you can't, you were saying you can't hit the floor.
Yeah.
Bend the knee a bit more.
You can bend
Bend
the
that
knee.
front knee a bit more.
Okay.
And then you'll be able to
Yeah, that's
reach
better.
down. Yeah? So from here, I'm going to pull to hip, release it down, pause for a second. Pull to hip, release it down, pause.
Now I'm like, oh my God, my
you
legs
feel it
working
now?
really hard.
Yeah, you've got a bit of legs in here as well. So halfway on this one, try and always pull to your hip rather than the armpit. I do see a lot of armpit pulling, which basically just takes it right into your neck. And we want it to be in the lats. You've got 4 seconds left. So have you.
Not me though. You're the
me.
trainer. You get to stop.
Trying to talk.
Whatever you like.
Okay, other side.
Other side.
Yeah.
This is going quickly though.
Yeah.
I don't mind
We're
when it's
always
2
happy
rounds.
about
Psychologically, 2 rounds, I'm like, yes.
2 rounds
Do
feels,
this.
feels nice.
So by the time you get to the 3rd round, that's when you're like, oh my God.
So it's nice. This is just a little bit of a, what do we call it? A full body pump. So not too stressful on the body. It's a bit of a light exercise routine, just 2 sets. But it wakes pretty much every single muscle group up today, whenever you're doing it.
Today.
This morning. You're doing it at lunchtime.
How do you
4
do
more
the-
seconds.
What time do you do your workouts normally, Kelly?
What time do I do my workouts?
Yeah.
Mornings.
Yeah, same.
I think if the clock goes past like 8:30, it's not happening.
Yeah.
I know, because I'm such a I am
Early
up early.
bird.
So we're doing shoulders next. Yeah, and I think once I've had a cup of coffee and a bit to eat, which I sometimes do, sometimes don't, and you're meant to. I just want to get it out of the way. I think
Yeah.
the day starts to get full up, doesn't it?
Well, it does, and also you just lose the motivation, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm always get up, crack it out,
Yeah.
feed the kids first, put them in front of the TV, and that
Yeah.
gives me half an hour uninterrupted normally.
5 more seconds of shoulder presses.
Just depends what mood my daughter's in though, because some days there's no escape.
Yeah.
It's when you get there, Mummy, can you wipe my bum?
So I go to the
just
gym.
finishing my
Yeah.
squats, darling.
I mean, yeah, that is why I sometimes go to a gym. But
Yeah.
like, if I did it at home, I have to make sure that they are fully out of my way.
Fully occupied.
Yeah, I can't do it with them around. I'd like hats off to anyone that can exercise with their kids. They do that thing where they just surprise you by jumping on your back whilst you're in the middle
That's it.
of an exercise.
Yeah.
And like potentially like break your vertebrae.
I find that if I do, because I do
like
loads of workouts at home, like, but if I do, then maybe like a half an hour workout will actually take me 45 minutes for all the pauses to go and address their needs. Oh yeah, this is the last one now, isn't it?
This is the last one. So
oh
we'll just do a little cool down stretch when we finish this, just to open out some of those tight muscles, or stretch those muscles we've worked today. So Russian twist, just make sure a little lean back further if you want more challenge. So you'll feel that if you come back just a touch further. Just make sure that your lower back is comfortable enough. So we really want to feel this in the abs and not the back. So as I've said, if you feel like holding a weight is too much, we can do this and just go super slow. You can slow it right down. It makes it a little bit harder, rather than using kind of momentum to take you from side to side. So there's ways which we can take the weight out, but still make it challenging enough. Perfect, so pop your weights down. I want you to come onto your back, so let me just show you from the side. So just hugging the knees into the chest first of all, giving them a nice squeeze in.
So we just need to stop the timer, don't we? So it doesn't confuse everyone. Just ignore that. You don't have to work again. This is rest time.
Good. And then I want you to hold onto your right knee and just let that left leg extend all the way down. Again, let's just hold here. Just take a nice couple of deep inhales to exhales. Inhaling down into your belly and ribs, and then just a longer, slower exhale. And then with your left hand, we're going to pull this right knee across the body. So like a bit of a twist. Get into those glutes and a little bit of the lower back, and then if you can reach out with your right arm, then you can open through here as well. And again, just a couple of deep breaths, holding this position, letting everything relax.
Now you're set up for the day. This is where we do the motivational chuff, you see. We say, you've completed this workout. Are you feeling fantastic?
Thank you for showing up.
Thank you for showing up today.
So we're on the other side, so we're just holding that left knee in. I just feel like a massive fraud. TWAT.
TWAT, baby.
When I start going, I can't even think of what
that is the sort of stuff they say. Just be like, you should be so proud of yourself.
Yeah, it's that.
You did it today.
Pull that leg across the body. Let's twist over to the other side.
Things we do absolutely believe that. That is what we think.
You should be proud of yourself if you've showed up and you've taken that time to look after your body, of course.
But equally, we're British, so we're more like, yeah, all right, whatever.
Nice one for being here.
And what? Do you want a medal or something?
Right, we will finish off there, guys. So this is where we say thank you for joining us. You did amazing. And we hope to see you in the membership soon, where you've got loads more structured courses that will get you a lot stronger and fitter.
Yeah, so don't forget to subscribe. You can find us on www.fitbitchpower.com, and we're also on Instagram if you want to come over there and follow us. All the links are in the description below. So well done. Adios.